So, Caudabe also has their new line available for the 17 series. And no, I don't have the Paragon yet, but I do have the Synthesis in the color Frost. And that's what we're going to talk about first. This case is amazing. It fits very nicely around the iPhone the Caudabe way. So you already know it's easily removed if you wanted to, but the fit is very snug too. Best of both. I was also really surprised about the fact that the sides look like regular TPU sides, but they actually have this slight texture to them still, which you may not be able to see from the footage, but it feels very different to regular TPU sides. Of course, in combination with those dots on the side, excellent grip. But the clear backplate was the biggest surprise, since that too is sort of textured, not the usual material or finish here. Very nice. Because you get the looks of a partially clear case, yet it feels as grippy as a case of a totally different material. The magnets are also great at like an 8 out of 10, which is amazing. And I think the whole design is top notch. You can see that ceramic plate, which is still visible, and even the side of the iPhone is visible. It all looks very good. It's also very comfortable to hold, and also for longer sessions. The bottom is without that texture, which is an excellent detail, although this is probably the only time where I would say that the very subtle texture is also welcome there, since the alternative is a little bit more slippery TPU. And since you don't really feel that texture on this case, it does not really need to be removed, in my opinion. Of course, very clicky buttons. And you can also get them in different colors now, which is also nice. And if you want to customize the case, there's not one ugly color, so I think for most it will look fantastic. Especially if you already have a colored iPhone. The silver looks amazing, but I can imagine blue buttons will look very fancy in combination with the blue iPhone. Now, the bottom is great, like I said, but the cutouts are also symmetrical and offer enough room for all cables. A very nice detail is the camera control button, which is ever so slightly lower than the sides, which is great for preventing accidental presses. These are the kinds of details that I appreciate as a case head. Front protection is of course excellent as well, so this is once again a very protective, very beautiful case. Now, the colored version, or black colored version, has the exact same finish on the backplate, so it will feel exactly the same. Oh, and on the inside, it's without that felt lining, and I love the fact that they have both, just on different models. The felt inner is nice and feels premium, but if you regularly clean it, it's not preferable. So then they also, of course, have this sheath. This one does have that felt lining, so if you would like that, here it is. The fit is once again amazing. Same clicky buttons with that metallic finish, and the camera control is also lowered into the sides. It may look like it's flush, but it's all very subtle. Believe me, it's a tad bit lower. I think this case will get the award for the most aesthetically pleasing camera bump on a case for the 17 series. It's one of those that's molded from the case, not pasted on. It's got almost perfect cutouts for the camera, where you would really have to search for these spots where you can still see the color of the iPhone, which is great because usually a blue iPhone and a black case would still look a little bit off. Or of course with the orange, iPhone, but that color looks off no matter what case you put on there. Excellent job here. That texture is also present on the camera bump itself, which amplifies that molded design I talked about. If it were a different texture here, it would look like two parts. Now, on the bottom, it also removed the texture of the sheath, but they left a little bit where your pinky supports it, not too uncomfortable, and it does make it easier to handle. So I guess I'm for it. The magnetic strength is an 8 out of 10 here too. Very good. and it's completely hidden on this case. Now make sure to subscribe for when I do get that Paragon in. And for now, maybe you also want to take a look at this video, or maybe even this one, and I'll hope to see you there.